Hello. Very loud? Okay, my name is Gabriel, originally from Ghana. Via Europe, I played soccer in Denmark professionally before moving to college here. I've been here in Rochester area for the past 10, 11 years. So, anyway, first off, I just want to start, when they invited me to participate in this program, to be honest with you, I didn't know what TED was. But one of my employees did and told me a little bit about it, and I think it's a good thing to participate in. I wanted to talk about the company, which I'm currently working for, or talking about what made me get to that point. And I think I'd rather talk about what made Gabriel to get to that point rather than the company. So I just want to start off by giving a little bit of background. I'm coming from a very small city along the Atlantic coast of Ghana. And of course, we didn't have much growing up. And my mom and I went to visit my cousin once, a very older cousin. I'm a big soccer fan, huge soccer fan. And I'll skip church just to go to games all day. My parents don't like that. You miss church, you don't have lunch. And I'm okay with that, so far as I can make my money. So at the age of 9, again, my mom and I went to visit an older cousin. When I got there, I walked into his room. I've never seen a bathroom scale before. That's something you never see in Africa. So I walked there and I saw this and I was like, what is this? I started playing with it, you know? And he didn't know what to do with it. I think someone just gave it to him as a gift. But as soon as I saw it, I saw an opportunity, which he didn't see. And this is a guy who's probably 38 years older than I was at the age of 9. So anyway, we left that day to go home. After school on Friday, I went straight to his house without my mom. And I talked to him about this skill. I convinced him that I really need this skill. If he really can give me this skill, I'll give him like 10 cents or 20 cents each day. And he was like, what are you going to use this skill for? This is nothing. I was like, just give it to me. I'm going to turn it into something. He gave me the skill. And what I had on my mind was this. If you're coming from third world country, I think for sure you attest to that. Mostly if there's superstores and things like that in the city, it's pretty much seen as a high-end kind of a thing compared to here where you can go to your farmer's market, which is actually healthier. So it's the poor people that eat from the farmer's market, okay? And that's where we shop. So when I go with my mom, I see a lot of, and I'll probably say 98% of people selling over there are all females. Mostly people who doesn't have much activity walking around and stuff like that, they're always working. I already knew my market when I got the scale. So when I got the scale, I think Saturday morning, I left home pretty early, pretty like 9 a.m., directly straight to the market. And all these women in their little stalls were sitting there. This is a 9-year-old kid. I think I can convince you to stand on this scale and give me 50 cents. I put the scale in front of them. I was like, what is it? I was like, well, this is something which tells you your weight, if you want to check your weight and the way you eat and everything like that. Literally, I was going from one stall to the other, making money, just by that scale. I will come the following day just to make sure you've lost about 2 pounds. And I literally would convince them throughout the week to check their weight. I was making money. The reason why I wanted to make the money wasn't for me to make any profit, just to be able to get the gate ticket to go to the stadium to watch soccer. That's about it. And then I can skip church because I don't have to go home to eat and go back to the game again. So I'll go from morning till 5 p.m. My parents will not see me. Where's this kid? I'll come home and I'm holding my scale like a laptop, okay? I literally slept with this thing. So anyway, that's what that kind of experience really taught me of independence in a way. Of the necessity is what forced me to find a way to make money. I'm not going to ask my parents because they don't even have the money to give me in the first place. We are just struggling to find food to eat, and now you want to use money to go to the stadium. So I might as well find a way to do that. Further on, after doing that, one thing which happened was, growing up, I think at the age of 14, 15, we had a piece of land, and at that time, this scale business was getting old because I get to the stores and these ladies don't want to see me again because I literally had to convince them to just pay me 50 cents because it's enough now. So I talked to a friend of mine, and we have a little piece of land as a backyard farming. Spoke with them. I was like, "What do you think we can do here?" And the little money we had, we just put it together and got some seeds from the market, and started planting lettuce, carrots, and cabbage. The reason why we did that is because it grows quicker, and you can harvest it quick, get some money, obviously, and go back to the same people at the market because it's a very tourist region coming from the Atlantic Ocean. A lot of foreigners are coming to that area just to see the old castles and forts and stuff like that. So those are the same people we brought this produce to, and we were able to turn the produce into money at that time, use it for our school books, pretty much every single thing. So by the age of 13, 14, I was already making a little bit of measly money, not something big, but something which I can live on my own during the day. That's pretty much about it. And that's how I got my inspiration, or what motivated me to go into business. And I'm using the word business really well, not to offend Maurice, because I know, and I totally agree with you. I've seen a lot of people just call themselves entrepreneurs, and to be honest with you, if you're not making money, I don't think you got a business, period. So anyway, when I got here, I left Ghana at the age of 18, 19. My brother lived in Denmark at that time, and my goal was obviously to go to college over there, get to Denmark. Pretty much it was a culture shock. I had to learn the Danish language for about 4 or 5 years before I even start my first year of school. So it was kind of a difficult. I'm coming from an English-speaking country, so I had to make a decision whether I go to London or Australia or the US. And chose the US because I was able to get an athletic scholarship to go to college, and that's what brought me here. During college, I was already, at that time, I was already acquiring patents. My big thing is I love consumer products. The reason being is that having an idea and seeing the idea go through phases and see the product on the market, that's the way I like it. I'm not the techie guy at all. I'm not the technology guy at all. So anyway, by the end of my college year, 2007, I already owned 3 US patents, working on licensing most of these patents to national companies like that. When I came up with the idea for fun shoes, again, it's got nothing to do with patents. It's more about grabbing market share. And most investors, when you go to investors and talk to them, the first thing you're going to hear is, what is the IP or the intellectual property in this kind of a business? I'm not looking for an IP. The question is, if the market is big enough and I can grab a small piece of it, that's all I care about, to be honest with you. When I came up with the idea was in 2008, November. And one thing which I've seen when I got to the US was amazing is that you got about 3 or 4 different sports per year. I'm coming from a place where it's only 9 months straight soccer, that's it. And you have 3 months of break, and then you go back to doing the same thing again. So when I got, what I saw was the fan base in terms of colleges, pro sports, or whatever you might call it. You got your t-shirts, you got your hats, you got everything. The only thing which you don't have complementing those things, it's flip-flops, boots, or canvas shoes. I'm one of those people you never see me wearing a t-shirt with a name on it. Plain t-shirt is what I go with, but if I get a shoe which is colorful, I think I'll wear it. So I talked to a couple of my friends, 2 friends I've met in college, and I was like, what do you think about this? Talked to a couple of people, investors in the area. It's like, well, there's a potential over there. I researched the market a little bit, traveled to New York City, traveled a couple of places, took some materials, put it together. Very ugly shoe, but I think the concept was there. So yeah, I just couldn't walk that shoe to an investor and say, invest in this. That would have been disgraceful. But they saw the idea that, okay, if we're able to develop this into a better product, it will work. So I was able to put some investors together in the Rochester area, raised about $250,000 to start fan shoes. And the basis of this product is that we license with all the Division 1, Division 2, Division 3 colleges. Take their logos, take their mascots, take their colors, and make a product out of it, which is kind of like a walking billboard. So basically, it's unique to each single student or single school, alumni or whatever you might call it if you're a parent or anything like that. Our first deal, actually, we started the company January 2009. We didn't come out with a product until, I think, August of 2009. The first client we had, which was surprising, was actually Barnes& Noble, a very huge corporation which has got over 700 stores in terms of collegiate base. They gave us a couple of stores to start with. Everything sold out. That's when we knew we had an idea, something which got legs to walk. So we ended up developing more products as we went forward, sign up more clients as we go, and we ended up, as of today, we have about, I would say 1,400 stores around the country carrying our products in just 2 years. And I'll just give a little bit of brief start of the whole thing. I think I got the minutes. Okay, sorry. When we started Fun Shoes, I was living in a cubicle, very small place. My buddies were living with their parents. The first place we went to was the coffee shop. We literally used their electricity for about 6 months. We'll be sitting at this same spot every day. We're not buying coffee because we didn't have money. And believe it or not, Fun Shoes was started with only $400 in my pocket. None of my friends had money or parents had money. $400 meaning we used that money to be able to do the freelancing of the graphic designs and of the website. That was about it. Did the first product ourselves and then brought in the investors to see what we've done, which means we got our skin in the game. Only $400, but we have the passion to go forward with it. So mostly we were, at that time, we've already identified our market, what the product can do, and where we can sell the product. Yes, again, it's not anything which is new, but it's just picking the product and trying to transform it to fit what the niche market is and what Maurice mentioned. And that's one of the difficulties we had, because literally we had no money. We did not. We talked to a lot of friends who liked the idea, but they didn't have money either. We were able to get a couple of people, like 5,000 here, 10K here, 20K here, brought it together, and we were able to fund the company and move forward. And for you even to license big schools like Texas and the rest of the places like that, you should be making about $1 million in profit. We didn't have that. It was all word of mouth and what the potential is. And they saw the idea because no other company has come to them to create a kind of like a business base for this kind of thing which can generate royalties for those schools. And now they will be generating pretty much about 1.2 million just through us alone in terms of royalties, if that goes forward. One of the things which I want to talk about is obviously the product development. One thing, and I'm telling you, this is true. One thing we struggled with was we had so much ideas, and literally every single day, my friends, all of us will be bringing ideas which we have to shut each other's out because there's so much we can do with this product. But the question is, are we willing to focus on the main things which will get us the money? We launched some products which didn't do well because we wanted to go into the t-shirt business. Shoes are doing well, we want to just develop more products. We were losing our way. So we got to a point where everybody had to split because everybody got a different idea. And I have to stick with the idea of what we're going to do in terms of the shoes and just go forward with that. And that's what has brought us success as of today. What I have here is a picture of myself, a couple of friends working, and as a matter of fact, our leading investor over there, a pretty techie guy who's very well known in the Rochester community in terms of investment. We brought him on board. He gave us a warehouse, a place for free, and he actually was helping us pack stuff. So the question is, if you're going to do venture investment, whether it's called angel investment or VCs, the question is, what are you looking for from your investors? It's not all about the money. It's about what they bring to the table. It's what they can help you with to get to where you want to get to. And I was able to pretty much pull 4 investors to come and help us because we didn't have no warehouse help at all. They had to get up in the morning and come and work for us because their money is part of it. If it fails, we all fail. We got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose. We got a lot to lose because literally we have to go start our lives again and see what we can do. So I just want to leave you guys with that. If you want to invest in a small community or in a small business, you really have to think whether you want to just chase a market share or whether you want to chase IP. If you want to chase IP, then you have to know that it's something which will take you longer to get there to make your profit. To me, I'm all about market share. I don't want to dominate the market. If I can get a small piece of it and be able to turn it over, that's all that counts. So thank you very much.